And welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with me, your host, Alan. And joining me today is Flashpoint Steve. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How are you?
You know what? I can't complain. We just got done watching Flashpoint Paradox. How could I have any problems? Um, we're talking about the 2013 animated movie Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. This one pulled an 8.1 out of 10 on IMDb. And are you sitting down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one pulled a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
100. I don't know that I've seen that. Like, I know there's some out there like that, but I don't know that I've ever. Yeah, 100. Like, I had to do a double take when I saw that. I was like, what? Say what?
That's crazy talk, to be honest with
you. That's insane. But it was a really good movie. The cast was awesome in this. You got Michael B. Jordan, Nathan Fillion, the great Kevin Conroy, as part of Batman. Because you also had Kevin Kidd playing the Flashpoint Batman, Carrie Ewells and Ron Perlman in this as well. So you had a great cast in this. The animation is awesome. The story's a great story. Let's get into it. What do you got?
I was glued. I was going to start texting you as I was watching it. I think I said something like, "This is amazing,"
Yeah.
but I kept everything else away. I was like, you know what? We'll wait for the show. But I'll be honest. I was sitting there. I was literally just sitting there watching the show the entire time. There was no break. There wasn't a get up or oh, this is a bit much or whatever. I have been waiting to watch this movie for a while, and I have never watched it before. I've put it off, right? Because I want a live action Flashpoint movie. But this thing, it was fantastic. A bit much maybe with the war between Wonder Woman or the Amazonians and the Aquaman's folks. But whatever. But I'll take it, man. It was so great. I thought it was just fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome. And if you don't know, the Flashpoint is Barry goes back in time. Barry Allen, the Flash, goes back in time and prevents his mother from being killed. And what that spawns and what that changes, and it's just crazy because that happens, but it affects Bruce Wayne being Batman. Where in this timeline, Bruce is the one who's killed. His dad is Batman, and his mom's actually the Joker. And he's like, well, how did this change? Because that happened before my mother died, so it shouldn't have changed that. And Bruce's, or not Bruce, but Thomas, when he's like, it's a ripple effect. It's like a shotgun blast. It goes all the way out, so it affects things before, after, up, down, left, right. It affects a lot when you go back in time and change it. And the world is just in shambles because Wonder Woman and Aquaman come to some sort of peace. Well, they shack up, and Mara sees that, and she goes to go kill Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman lops her head off. It's like, pfft.
Yeah.
And so that creates a war between them that affects everybody.
Yeah. It definitely shows that how important it is that Bruce becomes Batman and the how he becomes Batman, right? And then he gets everybody together, and there's just, you know what I'm saying? They're there for another reason, not like world domination, not like feuding. Like the affair never happens, or the romance or whatever between those two, and the death of like you said. I'm serious. Like it's a wild movie. It's
Yeah.
seriously Cyborg. I thought did great as well. Yeah, that's done by Michael B. Jordan,
Yeah.
and I'm in awe by the movie, to be honest.
Yeah, it's great. And like in this timeline, there's no Flash. So because of that, he never gets to where he was, and he never becomes the Flash. And Hal Jordan doesn't become the Green Lantern. And Superman, when he lands, he's captured and he's held captive. So you don't have Superman. No one even knows who he is. Like Barry's the only one who knew who he was because from his timeline.
Yeah, the
Right.
government locked him up, kept him in
Yeah.
a contained area. He's never even seen the sunlight.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Which is just completely insane. But everybody's like, look, well, I've got to become the Flash, so let's just go ahead. We're just going to recreate this, right? And they go through and do it the first time, and it just doesn't work. They got all the chemicals there next to him. He's in essentially like a an electric chair.
Electric chair, yeah.
Yeah, and the lightning strikes down, and his whole body burned, third-degree burns. Batman's like, "You shouldn't be alive right now," and he's like, "We gotta do it again." He's like, "Are you serious?" Like,
He's like, "Next time, be quicker with the when the flames come on."
yeah,
He's got even a joke about it. He's covered in third-degree burns, and he's like, "Well, be quicker next time." And
yeah,
success run on number 2,
yep,
and he saves Batman on the way. Well, Thomas Wayne on the way out because the explosion happens.
yep,
He's able to grab Batman before he gets impales himself on the wrought iron fence. Now, with Thomas Wayne as Batman, it's just rough, killing everybody. There's not like a lot of, he's a brute, right? He's a brute. He can fight a little bit, but he's mostly just out killing. I mean, he's just there to wipe people off the earth. And he's so jaded. He's sitting there drinking the entire time, which, hey, you know what? It'd probably be the way it is, right?
right,
Um, but his version of Batman, I've been waiting for it, and like we've had fan art and things like that. The two people from The Walking Dead, they've had that
yep,
those two, Maggie and Negan, play
mhm,
those two roles of the Thomas and what's that? Martha.
Martha. Yeah, because they had played them in the previous. They had played his parents in the previous movie, so they're like, "Boom, let's do that." And I think they would both be really good castings, to be honest with you, especially um, Batman.
Yep.
I think he would play an awesome Batman.
And maybe maybe we're getting closer to something like that. But right now they're off, shooting Batman with your favorite actor in the world. Going to have some glitter vampires. I'm actually looking forward to that movie. Um, but yeah, I love that I got to finally see this guy. Now we didn't get the Joker in here, right? She just starts laughing, so you assume that so she become. But he does mention where is he, and when he's interrogating the I can't think of the woman's name that he was fighting with, but refers to the Joker as a he and not a she. So
Yeah,
we don't get the proof that she became the Joker. Someone did, obviously. The Joker's out there, but you can see it on her face when they go to flashback to it, and she's just sitting there, and her face just goes crazy. You know what I mean? She has the Joker face, essentially, that she's laughing uncontrollably, and but insane, absolutely
yeah.
insane.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I love the scene. And so Flash is trying to go back in time to go and fix it, but he can't because Reverse Flash, Ebon Thawne, is there siphoning off of the Speed Force,
Right,
so
right.
that
He's
he can't go fast enough because he's just making sure he can't, because he's the Flash's greatest enemy, and he's just wanting him to suffer. Um, and that's what he's doing. And I love the scenes where, like, when the two of them are battling, I love seeing the scenes where they're running next to each other, and it's just almost like the snake game, right?
yeah.
You've got the two colors, and they're going, and it's just the blur. I love seeing that. I love that animation. I love seeing it, because that's what that is. Is they're just running and trying to get ahead of each other, and it's awesome. I love that. Um, and then when you get Superman out, like, he's
He's so
all
scrawny.
he's so scrawny, and he just kind of takes off, but then he shows back up. Like, when he makes his reappearance, and his essentially his "Hi everybody, I'm Superman." So when he lops off Aquaman's arm, like, I was just like,
Dude,
"Holy."
just zap. Like,
Yeah,
oh my god.
because again, now you've got this. He's not a kid. He's an adult at this point in time with all these powers, but he didn't have that upbringing, that country boy upbringing, right, wrong, things like that, truth, justice, the American way, all of that. You've got this guy who's been held captive and is jaded, and he comes in there. He's like, you know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and own some stuff, and just starts lopping people's limbs off and stuff like that. Like, he don't care.
I do like the amount of characters that you do get in this movie. I mean, everybody that it's crazy how many cameos that you have, or actual characters are in there. That's a cool thing too to see. Just like, oh, that's it, this person, this person, this person. So the movie is a lot of fun. It gives you an alternate reality, and Barry Allen finally he gets once Thrawn. He's not Thrawn. He's actually the Flash in the Flashpoint, right?
Well, no, no, that's Ebon Thawne. He's
Thawne.
from the future.
Okay. Well, I'm
Yeah,
saying
he's
in
from
the
way
in
in
the
the future.
paradox though, he's just called the Flash.
No, no, he's the Reverse Flash is what
Okay, okay.
he's
So
always
then
been called.
the
Yeah, yeah,
Flash
yeah.
doesn't even
He
exist.
Yeah, he doesn't know. There's no Flash at all because like when
Right.
he's talking, when he shows up and he's telling Thomas, hey, he's like, we don't have any speedsters in this time,
There you go.
because he's back. He knows it all. He's like, there's no speedsters in this time where we're at.
Mm.
So no, he's from the future, way far in the future, coming to. He's there just to make sure the Flash can't get out and just see everything. And you just see, they're getting ready to nuke all the heroes, and we have the Amazons and the Atlanteans. I'm sorry, Atlanteans, and they're fighting, and then you have the subsection of just all the other heroes, and so you've kind of got this three-way battle going on, and Wonder Woman's fighting Shazam,
Yeah.
and makes him you get the lasso of truth and makes him turn back into the kids and just destroy right
Dude,
like
everyone was so ruthless, and I'll tell you right now, Wonder Woman and her people were the most ruthless killers in this entire thing. Like they hung this one dude, this spy. I mean, they're just like hanging people, they're gutting kids.
yeah,
They don't care.
zero F's to give. Like,
God. Yeah, when they
and then,
turn back to the kids, that's what I'm like. And then they don't show it. They turn, but you can hear and then they're all on the ground. I'm like, holy
yeah,
crap.
yeah. And then when like her and Aquaman are battling and they're going back and forth and they're talking about you didn't have to kill her. It's like she came to kill me, so I just had to, like, you couldn't have like subdued her or something like that. No, you started this all out war, and then next thing you know, Wonder Woman, she stabs him in the back, and then as he turns around, she just ends him. Like, all as Barry's getting ready to go back, and the nukes are showing up, and it's just an S show.
It's
Like,
chaos. It's
it's
absolute chaos.
it's insane. Like, there's just so much going on and just so much mass chaos, and just you're just like, what the. And you got Cyborg over here just completely just looking like a complete badass, and
Mm.
it's it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely something, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. You'll definitely enjoy it. You can find it on HBO Max. Um, Check it out. You got anything else on it?
Nah, for me, it's a must watch.
Must
I know
watch.
it's
100%.
animated, but it's seriously, it's a good movie.
That's when DC's at its best. Let's just be honest. Their live action stuff sucks. Um,
Wait, pump the
but their
brakes.
but their
Just
animated stuff is good. You can't tell me Justice League is good. It's not.
it's
And the
not.
7-hour Snyder cut isn't any better.
It's not.
Um,
I like
Batman
Batman.
versus
What, the Christian Bale trilogy sucked?
Oh, that was good.
Batman
Okay.
89 sucked?
Recent. Okay, let's talk recent.
Okay, I was about to say, if you say this, I'm done.
I'm done. You know my feelings on Batman. We've gone back. We reviewed the Batman movies already. So
Michael Keaton's amazing.
you've got good movies sandwiched by a bunch of crap, and then good movies. You've got a crap sandwich within the
Got a crap
Batman
sandwich.
universe. Yeah, yeah.
I
And
got
I
you.
don't know. Maybe they're starting a double decker crap sandwich with this new Batman. We'll see. I don't know. Um,
God. Yeah, make sure you like, follow, share, and subscribe. Send all your hate mail to parttimenerd@gmail.com.
Part-time nerd podcast at gmail.com. If there's anything you guys want us to check out, thank you so much. Until next time, we'll talk to you later. Deuces.